So for this video, I want you guys to draw a picture of yourself, but it has to be in the lens of surrealism. Existentialism is all about diving into who you are as a person. And one of the best examples of that is the surrealist art movement. They make some wild paintings, and it's really introspective of what your dreams are telling you about yourself, what you believe yourself to be as a concept in your own mind, and expressing it through art. So if you decide to do this one, you're going to hop off your computer and you're going to go out into the real world and you are going to make a self-portrait of yourself in the concept of surrealism. Now, you'll see in the instructions, I've given you some stuff to read that talks about it and like what is surrealism, what is now this says existentialism and modern art, but that's a little bit, you'll see when you read it. What you're doing here is two things. First, you're going to write a summary. So this summary is going to be our typical 2-paragraph expanded summary that talks about what is existentialism art, what is surrealist art, who are the key players in this, like think of like Frida, Dali, and stuff like that, and like where did this come from? Remember, in all things we do in this class, we want to know what the movement is and how did it get here, because nothing exists in a bubble. Nothing spontaneously poofed into the air organically by itself. This event comes after something, in all things. Well, I guess we'll leave that to the religious debate later, but okay. So for the second part, you're drawing a self-portrait of yourself. And yes, it cannot be computer generated. The reason why we say it can't be computer generated, because I know this is 2025 and who does anything without your computer? Again, I have carpal tunnel, I think, because of my computer. But the biggest thing about surrealism is they were out in it, and they would take in nature as part of themselves, and they would express it. Now, I have been asked before, well, can I make a computer collage of myself? No, try hard. Give it a good college try of going out and assembling, draw it. Use items around your house to create your image. Try to sketch it. Try to use napkins. Use paper plates. Use an Amazon box. It doesn't have to be in fact, it's surrealism. It's not going to look perfect anyways. It's not realism at all. If you give it the good old college try and you're like, look, the real world and this art piece aren't working for me, only then can you use your computer to help you with your self-portrait. I did find a couple of gray areas online that I think would be acceptable if you can't do a real world drawing and snap a picture of it and upload it for us. For example, I saw this one. This was interesting. This is just an artist in front of a green screen. And then this was actually, I looked up the details on this, it was actually her friend's arm that they painted. And it was supposed to represent how art influences her identity. And it comes from the outside world in her mind and it seeps out into her world. And this was her self-portrait. Now, while it's not 100% drawn, and they did snap the picture to upload it, I guess it would still count, so I found another one. So this one, okay, so this was a little different. You don't have to put your face in it, but here's one where they painted it themselves, and then they put themselves in it, and then they uploaded this. This is a composite. This was the real picture right here. This was her superimposed into it, and this was computer done. All right, this one I thought was interesting. So this is a picture of somebody. Now, they did use Photoshop to help make this look like they are just a piece of cake. I looked up this photo as well, and this is actually supposed to simulate how, for a baker or a chef, they are their food. Like, that's who they are. So if you're going to have to go the computer generated route for this self-portrait, it still has to reflect you, and it has to be a composite of how you manipulated elements to create it. It can't just be something we throw into our AI generator that poofs us out something, because that means that's the computer created it. It's not you, you putting your psyche into it. So that's the point of surrealism. Surrealism is very personable. It's very introspective. There's so much of the person. You know what? Let me find another picture. I'll show you. All right, I bet you guys have seen this picture before. This is actually a self-portrait-ish. Edward Munch, he drew this because this was how he was feeling in the moment. And this is him. Now, even though we have computer generated this thing over and over and over again, he had drew this, and this was a piece of his soul. Another person that we would do, Francis Bacon, yes. Look at this one. So, and this is another one that's been computer generated quite a few times, but this is a self-portrait he did of a pope who just has all of the world on top of him at the time. So you could see through these that surrealism is very personable. So I want you to try first to do something tangible that your hands had a part of. And then if you have to leap into the computer, do that second. And if you have to leap into the computer, make sure the computer's only doing 30% of the work and you did 70% of the work. So you're in control. I think that's the key. Surrealism is about you being in control of the product. So, all right, I'm excited to see. Remember, you're going to answer these questions and then you're going to produce a self-portrait. So we look forward to see what you got.